This video lesson will help you with question number 4 from section 2.7. How much pure acid should be mixed with 4 gallons of a 50% acid solution in order to get a 60% acid solution? So let's draw a picture to help us see what's going on here. So pretty much we have 2 containers of solution, so liquids, and they're going to be mixed. And since they're going to be mixed, we know just like when we mix ingredients, we add ingredients together. They're going to be mixed together and put into this container over here. So it says, how much pure acid? So pure acid, if something is pure acid, that means that what's inside this container here, the liquid that's in there, is purely acid. It's 100% comprised of acid. And it's going to be mixed, so we're going to add, it's going to be mixed with a 50%, 4 gallons of a 50% acid solution. So this one's going to have 50%. And we're going to use 4 gallons of it. So we know that this liquid here, that we're going to pour in here 4 gallons of it. And we want it to form a 60% acid solution. So that's what we have given to us right now. So we have no idea how much of this we're going to pour in here. We don't know, so we're going to have that be X. But whatever amount that I pour in here, whatever I pour in, together, see the blue and the red right here? Together, they're going to go into this jar. So this plus this amount is going to go in the jar. So now let's go ahead and write our equation. 100% of, and we know of represents multiplication, so we're going to go ahead and make this a decimal by moving the decimal to the left too. So that's 1 times x plus, and then move the decimal over twice, that's 0.50. Whoops, let's fix that there. And we know that when we have decimals, we don't need to put the 0 at the end of a decimal. We know that already. And times 4, the 4 gallons here, because 50% of this is acid, of that amount is acid. So that's why we're multiplying. And then 60% to form a 60%. And again, we don't need to have that 0 at the end here. And 60% of that amount, this amount. So that's why we're multiplying here. So now we have our equation here, and now we are going to solve it. So go ahead and pause the video while you solve it. Okay, so first thing when we solve an equation, we want to simplify. So 0.5 times 4 is 2. Then we're going to do the distributive property over here, and 0.6 times x is 0.6x, and 0.6 times 4 is 2.4. Then the next thing is we can't have variables on both sides, so we're going to need to get rid of one of them. So I'm going to get rid of the 0.6. So then I have 1 minus 0.6, which is 0.4x. And then to get the x by itself, we need to subtract 2. And to get the x all by itself, the last step is divide. So we have 0.4 divided by 0.4, that is 1. Okay, so x is equal to 1. So if we go back to our starting here, the x right here represented the amount that we need to pour in of the pure acid, the one that's 100% acid. So if we go back to our question here, it says, how much pure acid should be mixed? So our answer is in gallons. So 1 gallon. We need this, what we pour in here, is only going to be 1 gallon. So it's going to have 1 gallon from the first container, and then it's going to have 4 gallons from this container. So this is going to be a total of 5. But we were only trying to find that, which is 1 gallon.